With the return of Bodaboda riders into the passenger transport business, Kampala is slowly getting back to the city we knew about 5 months ago. Even before the lights go green, they will squeeze their way through a police-manned junction. They had been limited to carrying cargo over fears that carrying passengers put them in the high-risk category amidst the fight to stop the spread of COVID-19. According to figures from Century Boda-boda Association, Uganda has more than 1.5 million Boda-boda riders. Today, they were allowed to carry passengers under strict guidelines. The riders had to wear a helmet on top of a face mask and a mandatory face mask for a single passenger allowed on a boda-boda. They were also expected to possess disinfectant or water and a book to record contacts and national identification number of every passenger they transported. The president said in his last address that this would help in COVID-19 contact tracing. But while some managed to meet a few of the requirements, many fell short.
How many cases have they discovered among taxi commuters? That's what they should have based on to impose these guidelines. Otherwise, in my view, it's just a plot to chase us out of the city.
They give you the contact, but the contact, when you call the contact, not the exact the contact, even the names. Someone might come and tell you that take me to Wandegeya, but I've forgotten my national ID at home. So you have to take that person because you come to work.
But for the notebooks, it became a matter of concern. This man says he has been home since the lockdown and he borrowed his primary child's book to record his passengers as a requirement.
I picked one of my children's book so that I can fulfill the requirements since I did not have any money to buy a new book.
One of the main challenges the riders say passengers are finding it difficult to let out information about them for personal security reasons.
The national ID is confidential information between me and government, not to share it with anyone.
It is not something that is related to crime. It is a health and safety requirement. So if you are going to board a boda-boda and you are not going to avail your particulars, then you're one way or another, you're sort of fighting the efforts in place.
A random check to see if the boda-boda riders mind the guidelines proved what we had already seen. I'm taking off this mask such that according to the guidelines, a boda-boda rider should not carry me. Chill out. What is the rationale of recording the passengers' details? He wondered. My colleague Juma Kiria also got a ride from a boda-boda rider who didn't bother to ask for a mask or record his details. The idea of writing passenger particulars is a waste of time, the rider told Juma. All this only highlights the big challenge in implementing the directives among a community that has been at home not working and really willing to go all the way to put something in their pocket. Muhumuza, NTV Tonight.